Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 16 of this Let's Play Stellaris Utopia. This is with Space Prussia. Now, before we get going here, I just want to say that I have now got a Discord server up and running. You can find the invite in the description below. It's right at the bottom. And basically this is a browser-based chat program which allows you to stay in better touch and get involved with the Mordred Viking community as a whole, and basically just hang out and talk about games and stuff like that. So it is a group of like-minded people, and I'm sure you'll have an awful lot in common with them, and generally they're a good bunch. Like, I really like you guys are awesome. And so if you want to get more involved with that type of thing, then that would be a great place to do that. And also if you're like looking for multiplayer game companions or something like that, that is also a very good resource for getting hold of that. And I'm there very often myself, so if you want to have a bit of a chat with me too, go there. So again, link to the Discord channel is in the description below. It is basically a chat client on a browser. You don't need to download anything for it, though there is a app version of it. And it also has integrated voice communications too, in case you need to do that. So there you go. It's all very cool. So what are we doing here with Prussia? I have no idea. It's a day or two since I last played. So I think we were just in the big war. We shattered the guys in the north to us. I think we knocked out a fair amount of their economy. Was that might even have been the episode before. We are upgrading our ships apparently. We have the autocannons. That's looking good. I did notice that had not been upgraded for some reason. It can actually be paid for. Destroyers, tier 3 railguns. Yeah, that makes sense. You have more tracking and a better chance to evade. Tracking bonus. Yeah, that tracking bonus is actually a destroyer bonus, which means destroyers are really good at hitting fast ships even with bigger guns. They don't necessarily need to use small weapons to hit corvettes. They can actually use the bigger stuff. So destroyers can either be anti-corvette, anti-destroyer, or anti-cruiser, and they will have a long range, and they tend to sit back and shoot rather than getting in close, which is what the cruisers tend to do. So yeah, there is that. And then of course we have the cruisers, who are anti-cruiser and anti-destroyer configuration right now, which I think makes sense. And they do have the more combat orientated. They have a chance to hit, though not nearly as high as the destroyers, but they also have fire rates. They fire more often, so they should overall do more damage, but the destroyers are much more accurate. Also, I've been kind of reading into the ship classes because I'm fed up of losing battles which I really shouldn't in this and in the streams and in the multiplayer. Great game in the multiplayer, by the way. And apparently corvettes are... Once you've got destroyers, you don't need corvettes anymore. Their role has changed. They are an early game unit, and then they are a harass unit. They are not a fleet battle unit. So yes, corvettes are there to attack and destroy enemy mines and that type of thing, but you don't want to use them in fights. They're just too squishy. Destroyers have taken the corvette's former role, and they are now your like frontline brawler unit combined with the cruisers. So really the first military unit you have is the destroyer. It is not the corvette. So that is an interesting like change in precisely how I think about how to do my ships. The other thing which I found out, and this might actually surprise you guys because I had no freaking clue. Science ship has got science lab. That's not what I was expecting to see. Apparently, if you have met a curator, which I'm sure we have here, we've met multiple curators, then there should be more components that you can add to your science ships. Can you aid us in our research? Course prepared to offer you limited access to extensive databanks, provide significant boost. What else do you have? Mysteries of the universe. Tell me about the random things. No. Star charts, don't really want those. Recruit a scientist, which requires 50 opinion. Well, what I was expecting to see, according to the wiki, is if you have met the curators, then this science lab thing here should have changed. Also, you will notice they can be upgraded, and I have not done this at all. And I thought them being auto-upgrade would mean that that actually happens, you know, automatically. It doesn't. So let's go and beef them up a little bit. Let's give them a slightly better fusion reactor. Don't think they need quite that much. We'll give them an afterburner. No, we won't, because apparently we can't. And shields. Get the hell out of dodge. It will make them more expensive, but they're already a pretty expensive ship, frankly. So I think this will be fine. Can we downgrade one of your shields to save a bit of power? Yes, we can. Alright, so the science ships that we have can get those upgrades. Constructor ships can probably have a similar type of upgrade. In fact, I'm just going to go through all of my civil ships and upgrade them. So construction ships, same thing. They should be able to go further and faster, and you don't need tracking. You don't need sensors. So in fact, that is something I can change on the science ship too. You don't need a tracker, which means you can get the tier 2 deflectors, maybe even 3. Yeah, you can get tier 3. There we go. Gave you an extra number of hit points. Cool. Save, yes. Construction ship. You need the extra speed. I mean, this one is useful. Sublight speed just means you move around the map faster. Fantastic. And this one means you can jump faster. Again, brilliant. It means you move around quicker. You shouldn't need more defences. I mean, we're going to upgrade your power supply, just so you have that. I would love to give you an what they call afterburner, but apparently you can't get them. I wonder, can I make that a level 2? I can. Which will make you slightly cheaper. I think they're usually 100, so they've added 25 more minerals to the cost, which I think is reasonable. Constructors don't have any important people on board them, so I don't really care if I lose them, and they very rarely get into a fight anyway. Now, transport ships are another matter entirely. These guys do get into scuffles, so I would like you to have better defences. That is annoying. Oh no, it's not. It's fine. Even that. Okay. You guys have been upgraded. Then the defensive platforms, which we've not used, and then the colony ships. Can do with a similar upgrade, but again, they shouldn't get into a scuffle, so I'm not going to bother upgrading them any further. Except with that. Okay. Defense platforms, large guns. We may have a use for you in the future, but right now we don't. Okay, good. You guys can be upgraded again, very, very slightly. And now we're basically going to stop building corvettes, because I know that destroyers are a lot better. Marvellous. Once you guys have finished your job, I'm going to add a shift upgrade to you lot, just so you can get those new components going. And the colony ships, you should be on your way to do whatever colonial-liness that you needed to do. Right, because we have now got subjugated nations, we are able to expand the number of planets we're going for, and I think we're trying to nick this area. Alright, here we go, afterburners. Advanced railguns would be even further firing. Cruiser assembly yards. I have fallen in love with assembly yards, having played a couple of streams and things now. I didn't really used to rate them because they seemed a bit meh. But now that ships seem to be horrifically expensive, assembly yards can really knock off quite a significant amount off of their price. Now the first thing I'm going to do is go back to these guys and say, I would like you to have afterburners. And I will even upgrade your power supply to make you able to do that. Now I wish I had level 4 power supplies. Yeah, my armor level is terrible. Jump charge time for the transport. I mean, the jump charge is probably the more important than this. So we'll do that. Because actually oh no, that's combat speed. Okay, never mind. That is only combat speed. Okay, afterburners are pointless for these ships. So we can downgrade you. We'll leave you as a higher level one, and that will do. Science ship increase combat speed. No, we don't want to do that. The only one that we want to increase the combat speed of are you. Because you're meant to get in close and hit people. Okay, especially now that you're using autocannons. Right, so now that you have those equipped, how do I want to change your shielding? Level 3, so you are downgrading your survivability a little bit, but that will help. Cruiser, I don't want to increase your movement. Do I want to increase it in the destroyer? I'm not convinced. Combat speed, you mean you're already going to have a pretty long range. Not a huge range, but a long one. No, that's fine, because actually you're very power heavy right now. You don't have that much defense. Nope, that's fine. Okay, once again we'll have to go to you, and we'll have to say we'll spend the extra money to upgrade you even further. Marvellous. Right. Okay, that's all that admin done. Fantastic. I'm happy with that.
Upgraded.
We needed to get a couple of repairs going down there, but I'm pretty sure that is what they are doing. We're losing energy right now, but that's only because we are setting up some colonies, which are heading off now. We are over our planet limit,
established,
but we can be able to fix that soon enough. We've established a planet, which is marvellous. Oh, something was established. Yeah, it was a colony. Upgrade, upgrade. Where's Fancor? Oh, it's over there. Okay. Fancor is in the same system. Oh no, Fancor was one that I was going to have to share, but we're getting terraforming liquids. I mean, the planet that I'm settling here is going to go into Bohemia. I hope. And then this is going to make all of this become my territory, which will be lovely. And research, crew quarters and engineering bay. Aha. More habitability, yes, that is useful. So habitability is happiness and also growth speed, which I hadn't realised. So habitability for a hive mind doesn't really matter that much unless growth speed. So you can send your hive mind people to the red planets without too much detriment. Just they'll grow slower. So in your fast planets, you basically breeding programs in the fast places,
system
and then
survey
you shift
complete
them to the other colonies where they don't grow so fast, and happiness moot because happiness doesn't happen for hive minds, and you should be able to expand pretty nicely that way. Why are we not taking this tundra planet? It's in the system we already have a world for. 4, 5, 6. So these are the systems we want to keep. Fancor has 2 planets, right? No, it's just the one. So Fancor we can definitely give to one of these 2. Who wants it more? Well, who needs it more? Right? Which of you is bigger? We'll give it to the other one. It's going to be between Bohemia and the Hansa. Oh, it's definitely going to Bohemia. So we're going to go into here. Fancor. Close. Okay,
colonization in progress.
And that's going to save me a little more money as well. Chogan's coming in. Bohemia's going to get Chogan. I probably should have given you to the Hunter. No matter. And then the other thing I need to keep an eye on are the factions, but they seem okay right now. Marvellous. Right, you guys doing all the constructy buildy stuff? Yes, you are. The fleet is still doing pretty nicely. We could be building some more ships. Let's actually have a look at our planets to make sure we are building everything that we can. Let's upgrade our sciencey stuff. Because technology is good. So more science. More society. More energy. Oh, that might be why I wasn't doing this, because of energy concerns. But I think we're going to have those in order soon enough. Trab Prime, where are you? You are here, okay. You are going to be, I think, a food planet. So we have a lot of food planets, we have a lot of food income. Minerals would be the other option, so let's make you minerals. Ah, minus 10 food, yeah. No, let's not make you food. I'm rather glad I checked that. Scarlet Prime. You also need a designation, because you are also in this core area. And we are going to make you also minerals. Really do with some energy production. And then Coggan Prime is going to there. Right, what else are the sectors doing? We are currently charging all of you stuff, except for the Hunter. I would actually kind of rather you were growing right now. The Hunter's focusing research, fair enough. You're actually generating a lot of resources, so I will tax you for those. You're losing minerals? Send you some. You're producing a lot of technology. Cool. How are we doing for leaders? We are at our limit, and we don't have that much influence. Let's get back up to fast speed. So
Incoming transmission.
who's this? Star charts. Okay. We have three Leviathans basically in our system, in our space. As soon as Kogan's finished expanding itself. We did actually lose a fair number of mineral mines during that last war. Need to make sure those get rebuilt. They are working on it. No longer guaranteeing the independence. Okie dokie. So I don't think I'm in the process of rattling my saber at all. We could have a quite significantly larger military. We are producing so much food, I don't think we need to focus on food, really. So let's actually go over here and start getting some more science. And you can basically do the same. Build me.
Colonization in progress. Construction complete. Construction complete.
Alright. Gorham could be colonized. I saw another one. Apparently not. No, no. So yeah, Gorham needs colonization. Was I just waiting for the influence? I might have been. Okay, so apparently the city centre only produces energy, so sticking it on anything else will actually delete that item. It still gives the adjacency bonus. I'm going to double check that. So on Berlin, our capital is producing only energy. Here, only energy. Here, where is the capital? Is that the capital? It is. Only energy. So if you build it on any other resource, it is wasted. Don't do it if you can avoid it. But if the adjacencies are really good, then go for it. And adjacencies are only food, minerals, and energy. It does not include technology. So putting it here would have been nice, except it's 2 techs. So not really worthwhile. This place is very limited in the number of places you could put this productively. That's probably the best location. So we'll go there. Oh, right. Colonize. Yeah, with Prussians to here. Okay. And that's going to mean that the Hunter has some Prussians there as well. Marvellous. Intercepted communications from a group of independent prospectors indicate they have recently found something relating to an ancient precursor civilization on Semilla 2A. Superstition compelled them to leave the moon alone, so whatever they discovered must remain there. And couple of people are gaining some skills. Marvellous. Are there any other surface developments that we can do? We are. Let's get a spire lab. Crackdown. While it cannot be denied that the intoxicating effects of Fancor Prime's atmosphere are enjoyable, even helpful in some cases, there is pressure from the more conservative parts of the Space Prussia to crack down on the possibly addictive gases. Shut it down, or leave it as it is. What exactly is it? Atmospheric hallucinogen. Governing ethics attraction reduction, society output increase and happiness increase. Let them have it. It's fine. Okay. You can clear that. You can upgrade physics lab. We could also build something here. Now, one of the things that I have not been doing much of, and I probably should be, is getting some of the monuments and things like that. Because those increase the amount of unity, and unity is good because it's already super slow to get new perks. Technology. Shield capacitors. Get in. Those are amazing. Quantum destabilizer. Reduces fire rate on enemy ships. I don't think we particularly need that. Sentinel point defense could be useful. Subspace sensors for additional tracking could be good. Disruptors because they destroy shields. I'm going to go with the Sentinel point defense though, so we can get some kind of anti-missile technology. And we now want capacitors, and we want them on most of our ships because we are very shield reliant. And capacitors basically allow you to regenerate shields during combat, not just outside of combat, but during combat. Except they cost a lot of power. Ouch. It's basically costing us an entire shield. It's 50% basically either way. Except that will then be regenerating as it gets hit. And these ships do usually stand further back. It's just that they're going to blow through 140 shields relatively quickly. We really need better power supplies, jeez. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Shield capacitor. Oh, if we had armor, better armor, then we could get away with this. Alright, we'll do that. And then cruisers. Cruisers should be even more effective. This is going to be a 100% bonus. And it will require more power. Let's keep the cost down, shall we? 700 shields, they will regenerate twice as quickly. Like so. And now those ships are way more effective.
System survey complete.
And that is
Construction
definitely
complete.
necessitating an upgrade. Not a particularly expensive one either. Alright, cool. All of that's done. We're still producing a lot of material now. Actually, one query I have is whether you guys have spaceports. You do not. So that is something we'll need to build.
Tile blocker cleared.
So we could build something on tile block.
Construction
No, let's
complete.
get the spaceports going, because that's going to increase our naval capacity as well. And that will put us in even better stead for a war against those guys. Again. Looks like there are 4 big nations, right?
Construction
Yes, 5.
complete.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Just need to wait for a little bit longer. Those two
Construction
are coming in
complete.
soon. We are losing a lot of energy right now, but hopefully we can find ways around that. Once the colonies are done, we should start making a surplus again. And we can also start charging the sectors taxes. Because right now we're going to be losing a lot of resources to the sectors because we have them on 0
Construction
tax,
complete.
so that they can build themselves up. Ah, sector... Okay, this is cool. Planning to construct a load of stuff. You have resources already being allocated to everything, so you just need more minerals. You need a lot more minerals. Let's add a couple more to you, and a couple more to you. Okay. Peace deal, fully upgraded, marvellous. Independence. I'm still not sure about putting the capacitor on the dreadnought. Oh, sorry, on the... if only it was a dreadnought on the destroyer. If we had better armour, then it could have been worthwhile, but we don't.
Colony established.
Alright, there's one of the colonies.
Ships upgraded.
Cost gone up even further. Great Zemapuk versus Ysara. Ysara versus Zemapuk. Really, you attacked war, declared war on them? Who's in this war? Just Zemapuk. And just literally 1v1s. 2 planets
Ships
versus
upgraded.
3. I guess they're not that big. Ships upgraded. Okay, so those are the little guys that are being done. Okay, construction ships are finished. Right. Let's make sure that you guys are working on all of the energy in the world. You are not. I can see some here. Oh, that's a science ship. Is there anything else that we could be sciencing? I mean, yes. Stuff around us. And also here. Apparently we haven't scienced these yet. Please begin sciencing those. Marvellous. And the borders are already starting to move towards each other over there. That makes me very happy. Now I'd need to keep an eye on this fight, because if they start beating these guys, I want to jump in and take them out. You want to give me minerals for the terraforming gases? No, because I might still use them. Alright, Kagan Prime. You should be in Bohemia space, honestly. Because you're way too far away from anything on mine. So let's do that. We can't add it because they're not in our space. Alright, that's why we're losing energy. Interesting. And these aren't going to connect anytime soon.
Incoming transmission. Research complete.
No. I could talk to one of the trade people for stuff though. Planetary shield generator. Planet fortification toughness plus 50%, that's not bad. Automatic exploration is apparently really, really strong technology. So I'm going to try it, because I've not usually seen the point of it, because I prefer doing the tech on my own. But I need to remember what traditions we have again. We did not go discovery, so it's not quite as useful, but it's still pretty good. Okay, cool, we'll try it. Why not? Minus 24 energy consumption. Ugh. Alright, we really need to do something about that. Like, there are a couple of buildings that we can certainly turn off. Food production for a start. There's some energy. But it would cost us the last of our energy to clear, so not going to happen. I mean, the main thing is giving Kogan away. We can't afford it now. Okay, let's turn off some of the lesser food producers, like you. And also anyone not currently being used. And fine, some of these too. I don't want to be turning off my other things particularly. How are we doing? Bonus. I think that'll do for now. Minus 12. At least gives us 10 months of supply. And on that note, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you are enjoying this series, please do hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, then do consider subscribing. And if you have any tips or advice for me, let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.